Pakistan and its army. You must have heard many stories of Pak army, war with India, coup and military rule in Pakistan, etc. But do you know that Pakistani army is the only army in the world which does business? They runs their entire business through 4 trusts. This includes Army Welfare Trust, Military Foundation, Shaheen Foundation and Baria Foundation. Pak Army earns a lot from milk and dairy to cement business. Annual revenue of Pak Army is $27 billion. Pak Army has stake in around 100 sectors. According to report of 2008 by Al Jazeera, its value was estimated by defense analyst Aisha Siddique to be around $20 billion in the year 2007, which today has crossed $100 billion after 15 years. Whereas the total GDP of Pakistan is about $340 billion. Whereas the value of business of Pak Army itself is more than $100 billion. This includes housing, petrol pumps, industrial plants, banks, schools, universities, bakeries, milk dairies, cement plants and clothing factories. You must be knowing former Pak Army Chief Qamar Javed Bajwa. According to a report by the Economic Times, total wealth of the Bajwa family is more than $55 million. Shocking. In 2015, the declared assets of General Bajwa's wife were zero, which after 8 years is now more than $9.7 million. Let us tell you the story and history of the business empire of Pak Army. Pakistan Army started business in 1954 through Army Foundation. Pakistan Army first started the first welfare foundation in 1954. In 1954, Army Chief General Ayub Khan and Defense Secretary Major General Iskandar Mirza created the Fauji Foundation. This welfare foundation was started from the fund which Pakistan received at the time of partition. In India, this fund was distributed among the soldiers involved in the Second World War, but Pakistan's military used it to start its own big industrial projects. Senior generals of the Pakistani army and other army officers then had so much authority that they could use these welfare funds in commercial ventures. In the 50s, Pakistan was struggling on both political and economic fronts. Pakistan's first Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan was assassinated in 1951. The second Prime Minister, Quleen Khwaja Nizamuddin, also died in 1953. After this, for many years there was a tug-of-war between the Governor-General and the Prime Minister regarding powers. Pakistan's economy was also in bad condition in this decade. GDP was growing at the rate of only 3.1% annually. Aisha Siddiqui writes in the book Military Inc. that at such a time, military stepped into the country's business and assured the people that it could protect the country on the strategic as well as economic front. By 1969, the business of the Pakistani army grew rapidly. The military business grew rapidly amid political instability in Pakistan between 1954 and 1969. In 1958, Major General Iskandar Mirza, the first president of Pakistan, dismissed the Pakistani parliament and the government of Prime Minister Feroz Khan Noon. By imposing martial law in the country, the reins of the country were handed over to Army Commander-in-Chief General Ayub Khan. 13 days later, Ayub Khan removed the president of the country from the post in a coup. In this way the entire political power came to the Pakistan Army. Due to this, the army also expanded its business in many sectors. However, in the years after 1969, tension started increasing between East Pakistan means today's Bangladesh and West Pakistan. Then army's business also slowed down. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's government also banned it to some extent. Aisha Siddiqui says in her book Military Inc. that one reason for this is that in India, there are rules and regulations regarding what the army can do and what it cannot do. Whereas regarding Pakistan Army, it has not been explained that if someone starts a business for the welfare of military soldiers, then what will be its objective. It was like the army started a business for the betterment of itself and its soldiers. The army justified the benefits of this by saying that it is beneficial for the soldiers. Pakistani army owns land of worth about $24 billion in 8 cities. In year 2008, army owned land worth was $10 billion. In Pakistan, the army handles Defense Housing Authority in these 8 cities. The army itself has the responsibility from construction to allotment of these houses. This includes Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Karachi, Lahore, Multan, Gujranwala, Bahawalpur, Peshawar and Quetta. In these cities, the army is not limited to just the cantonment area. In fact, there is army property even in the posh areas here. The army also allots these lands. After establishment, FAS Foundation started investing in those areas where demand is highest like tobacco, sugar and textile industries. Khyber Tobacco Company in Mardan, Kerial Manufacturing Factory in Rawalpindi, Sugar Mill in Sindh are run by Pak Army. Like Pakistan Army, Pakistan Air Force also runs its business through Shaheen Trust. Shaheen Airport Services, Shaheen Air Trades, Shaheen Complex are in cities like Karachi and Lahore. Shaheen Foundation was established by Pakistan Air Force in 1977. This trust was established for the welfare of serving and retired Pakistani soldiers. An audit report released in 2019 revealed that the Pakistan Air Force had started a housing scheme on land taken for national security reasons. So this was the story of the business empire of Pak Army. By knowing the net worth of General Bajwa, you would have come to know how the Pakistan Army has looted the poor Pakistani people. If you find the video informative, then please subscribe the channel.